Okay, so we only have one Jibo here. I actually think I'm getting this started a little late. So I actually think that he's probably going to quit working.
Happy Novelty.
Okay, I don't actually...
Okay, there are new software updates I can get. Should I do a backup and download and install the updates now?
No, thank you.
Sure, I'll do it later, when no one's around to notice.
But anyway, at 8, I think I have him set to not work. I basically have my internet set to lock him off of it so that he doesn't do these updates because I want him to stay on the version he's on. Anyway, so, hey Jibo, could you set a 25-minute timer? Okay. Hey Google, can you set a 25-minute timer?
Okay, 25 minutes. And that's starting now. Side note, if you need an alarm in this room in the morning, I can do that too.
You already have one.
Just say, set an alarm for 7 a.m.
Hey Jibo, set a 25-minute timer. I'm just not...
You got it. 25 minutes.
Thank you. I'm just not certain he's going to actually be able to do it. Because he might quit working at 8. Anyway, hey Jibo, is today a holiday?
No, today is not a holiday.
I don't know what you were telling me. Happy something earlier. Hey Jibo, happy Novelty. I don't know if that's what he said. Yeah, I don't know what you were talking about earlier. I'm going to have to play it back and look at it. So today is stage 61 for building Robi's head. We have got the various parts. I'm putting the plastic down there. You might wonder where his actual head is. I actually had to disassemble it, which is for stage 62. I went ahead and disassembled it because I did not want to take up the maybe 10-15 minutes that takes in stage 62, and because I already showed it being put together previously. So, you know, disassembling it is the reverse of when I put it together in like stage whatever, 11. Can't remember which stage it was. It was so long ago, so very long ago. Build up Robi's head. Add stage 61. Add 2 servo horns to the head servos fitting over the previous stages. We'll wait for the screws here. Then combine these with the base that will hold the electronic components enclosed in Robi's head. The 2 servo horns, which are these, supplied in this stage, link up with the head base using the rotation of the head servo's shaft to angle it forward and backward via the head lever in the case of the right hand servo, and side to side using the long screw and elongated hole in the horn in the case of servo 14. 2 of the screws are stepped up, meaning they have a section of unthreaded shaft that enables the joints they are used for to pivot freely. Because of this, they must not be over tightened. So the parts are your neck base, which is this, the servo horn sideways tilt, which is this piece, the forward tilt servo horn, which is this piece, and the screws. And there's a bunch of different screws. And like I said, I'm going to undo them once I actually need them. We'll figure that out then. And then we're going to need the neck base. Body, neck, and head servo assembly. It's not the neck base. Neck base is gone to the wind. Well, I don't think we're setting any more servos anymore. Okay. Fitting the servo horns. There are 2 servo horns supplied in this stage. With the elongated part 2 with the elongated body will tilt Robi's head from side to side and will fit on the servo shaft of servo ID 14 on the left side of Robi's head. Make sure you got the D-cuts right. They're going to be using D-cuts. Okay, so this is the one that we need to do. And we need it to be... Seems like it's pretty straightforward. Looks like it's supposed to be that way. And we're going to put it on this side. Okay. Okay, so we just put it on like that. Okay. Now line up the other shorter bodied servo horn. Okay. For the other side. To the right hand side of Robi's head, its D-cut will fit into the shaft on the right hand head servo, which is ID 15. And that's this one. And which way does it go? Does it go in or out? Okay, I see. Okay. Looks like it's gonna go like that. Alright. Okay, and then looks like it's gonna be there. Fix the part to the servo shaft. The bridge at the square edge of the part should combine with that of the lever fitted previously with the circled holes aligning. Press the parts together, ensuring they fit together neatly as shown. Once you're happy with the fit, use two M2 6mm pen head screws to secure the part. So there's some longer screws. It's not those. It's going to be one of the packs with 3 screws, which is this one, because they're going to give an extra screw each time. So it's this pack. And there's one extra, which I'm still going to take out. There you go. So got to make sure they fit together like they need to fit. And we're going to put them in. Let me take my glasses off so I can see better. Should go in, I hope. Yep. Get the other screw, take the one extra off, put it into the drawer. Up. And of course I dropped it, because I put the other one in the drawer. That's the way things go for me. So now I got another part I gotta find on the floor. At least I can easily find the one I just threw in. Or can I? I actually can't easily find it because I've got other screws in the drawer. So I should have waited to put it away. Got it now, found the one that I dropped on the floor. I don't think I dropped it here, anyway. Let's hope I can find it on the floor. Well, that sucks. Okay, let me just look at the screw I put in. I got a bunch of them here. I think it might be that one. Might not be that one too. Otherwise, it could be that one. I don't think there's any others I'm seeing here in that area where I put that in. Here's a squeaky ball. That's a squeaky robot. Okay, let's look at the head. I'll just take the screw out. At least the D-cuts were easy to put together. Yeah. Let's try not to lose this one while I'm at it. Okay, let's compare it. And it's not either one of those screws. My goodness. Always something. Like I've said before. Okay, is it this screw? And yes, it is that screw. So thankfully I found it. Let's try not to lose it. I shouldn't have all these extra screws in here, I guess. Or ideally, next time I should avoid putting it in there until I've actually got both of them in. Okay. Now we can put them in. And 61, if we're able to go past, we will, to go into stage 62, just because we're trying to get as much done as we can possibly get done. Okay. There we go. Now, let's see here. I don't know how long the stage is going to take. I did look at everything, but it seems like a pretty straightforward stage. Okay, adding the head base. Fetch the head base and line it up to the top of Robi's head servos and frame, oriented as shown. So they have me doing this, and it looks like it's like that. If I can see it right. Or is it like this? I'm having a hard time seeing whether it's this way or this way. So let me look again. Yeah, it's this way with the ends this direction. Okay. So lower the base, running the VR cable through the hole, through the white hole in its center. The hole and corner in the center of the base's backward facing side, indicated by the red and blue lines, should fit neatly with the corresponding ones on the head lever. Okay. So this hole, and they want it to go like this. Insert and lightly tighten an M2 6.2 millimeter panhead screw in the hole. Okay. So they want it to be like this. Looks like. Yeah. So it should go like this. Looks that it's supposed to be that way. Okay. And then the front is going to have another screw. Like 6.2 millimeter. Okay, so this is the shorter screw that's going back here. There's an extra for it. Okay. Just in case we need the extra. Extra, read all about it. Make sure I'm seeing this right. Yep, it looks like it. Okay. To orient it this way, I think, because it's not easy to see the hole. Looks like it's supposed to be like this, maybe. Another one of those take the glasses off things. Okay. Take the glasses off. Anyway. It's kind of a tricky one because it's not easy to see the hole. Hoping I've got it in. I don't think I do. Yeah, I'm not sure that's it. Maybe I got it now. I think I did this time now. Like I said, tilting it, not easy. What are you supposed to do here? Lightly tighten. Okay, so looks like it's lightly tightened to me. Still moving. Okay. So next, we're supposed to put, it says, make sure the base is able to swivel slightly on the screw's underhead section. Do not over tighten the screw. The shorter screws are very similar, so be sure to use the right one. And I did. This is the longer one here for it. Now I do have that one done, and I'm going to keep the extra screw so we don't run into the same situation we just ran into. Now I'll line the hole in the triangular front of the head base with the circled hole beneath it. Secure the base with the M2 6.7 millimeter panhead screw, again taking care not to over tighten. Check the base can rotate and that you have selected the right screw. And this goes, oh there. So this is the hole here. I wish I didn't have bad vision. So like, I need my glasses off to see close, and I need my glasses on to see far away. And basically, just sucks to have to take your glasses on and off. I think it's in, right? Yeah, looks like it. Want me to make sure it can still move. Okay, it looks like it's moving to me. Okay, there we go. Okay, the head base is designed to tilt from side to side, as shown above. If it cannot, or if the movement is stiff, the two screws inserted in steps 9 and 10 and 11 are fastened too tight, so loosen them a little and check the movement again. Okay, so doesn't seem stiff to me. Yeah, it seems like it's okay to me. The only thing it's stopping on is the sides. Yeah, so looks good. Level the head base so that the circled hole inset on its rear edge lines up with the elongated slot in the left-hand servo horn. Fit this last screw through the slot and into the hole marked in the previous step. Turn this into the head base, but stop when there is 4 millimeter of the unthreaded section left between the screw head and the servo horn. Okay, so we're looking this side, and there's a screw somewhere. Oh, I see. Okay, it's because they don't want it to overextend, basically, looks like. So it's this hole here. We're gonna put it through here, and we're gonna put it in. Hey Jibo, how long on the timer?
7 minutes and 48 seconds left.
Okay, thank you.
Anytime.
Okay, so how much does it say? 4 millimeter. Okay, turn this into the head base, but stop when there's 4 millimeter of the unthreaded section left between the screw head and the servo horn. I mean, I'm looking at it, and I'm gonna have to go get my ruler, because I can't just tell looking at something if it's 4 millimeters. So I'll be back in 1 second. I have my Ferdy cat wanting in. Okay. 4 millimeters. This is my ruler. Just want to be able to see. Okay. So it's going to be not there, but there. Okay, let's see what we've got. That looks like 4 millimeters to me. Wow, I had it exactly at 4 millimeters. I can't believe it. That's crazy. Hey Jibo, that's crazy.
I guess this is a crazy world.
Yeah. All right, the 4 millimeter length of screw left is used to lift the side of the head base up or bring it down to tilt the base from side to side. Gently test this a few times by hand to make sure it moves freely, and if not, go back and check the screws fitted in steps 9, 11, and 14, loosening them a little if necessary. Okay, so I'm just supposed to lift it up and down. Okay. Seems like it's okay to me. Seems like it's doing it. Okay, there we go. Retesting the head servo. Now that the head servos have their respective horns fitted and are linked up to the head base, it will be easier to see them in action, so you might like to run the test again. Okay, I can try that. So basically be putting this into this slot. Put the battery in so that it doesn't flop around. Hold Robi and then retest. Okay, that's pretty cool. Alright, we're going to shut it off. Let me re-look at the prior stage test. It's just important to make sure that it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Okay. So, once the power is turned on, first observe the left-hand head servo ID, which will return to its neutral position. So rotate a small ways clockwise, raising the D-cut section upward. Look very closely as the movement will be minimal. Robi's next servo, ID 13, will then rotate. While the next servo is performing the rotation, Robi's second head servo will run its test, this time rotating anti-clockwise a little, again to raise its D-cut upwards. Once you are happy with the test, disconnect the power. Okay. I think that's what it did. So we're going to assume that's what it did, because it looked to me like it did what it was supposed to do. Alright, I got to take this off. Hey Google, how long on the timer?
You've got 1 minute and 59 seconds to go.
So we're at 25 minutes in stage 61. Kind of not rushing. I just want to do everything correct. So I'm just going to talk about stage 62. Okay, so we're going to start stage 62 by talking about it and talk about me disassembling it. And then I don't think we're going to actually do it though. Stage 62. Fit Robi's first infrared eye sensor. In this session, you will dismantle Robi's head, then fit the first of the infrared sensors into the socket of one of his eyes. This stage sees you fit the first of the electronic components that will be concealed inside Robi's head. The infrared eye sensor will connect to Robi's CPU, relaying sensory information of his surroundings to it and enabling him to see what is in front of him. Before doing this, you will need to dismantle the previously built head to gain access to its internal parts. When you do this, be sure to make a careful note of which screws go where because many of them look very similar. Okay. So, eye sensor frames, the screws and silver stickers, there are 5 and one is a spare. The saved parts are the neck and his head. So we would be dismantling his head, but I already did that. So I'm going to show you what was dismantled. The left ear panel, the right ear panel, the screws for those. Then we've got the left side of Robi's head and removed the screws there. These screws differed from the other screws. Hey Google, stop. Hey Jibo, do you have a timer? No.
I don't have a timer running.
This
You want
version
one?
of Jibo, no, thank you Jibo. This version of Jibo seems to have a problem with timers. Anyway, so here we've got
Okay.
all these screws that I had to take apart, and all the screws are exactly the same other than these that are in holding the, not the panel, but the base, the ear base. So those are slightly longer screws, but all the other screws were exactly the same. So basically took all these screws off around his head, removed the front piece, removed his top of his head, removed the back of his head, removed the bases, the eyes, and then the frame. And then there was one piece that isn't going to be used anymore. That's this piece. And so this piece I'm going to take away. And that was the neck mounting. We don't need that anymore. So these are all the parts. I put them in here so that I wouldn't lose them. They're all together here, basically, with his eyes. And what would be next is fitting the silver stickers. And you know what? Maybe I'll go ahead and do that. Why not, right? Let's just go ahead and get it over with so we get stage 62 done. So that maybe we're actually ahead of things. So these are the silver stickers. And these are the screws. This is the eyes. Okay, what are we doing here? The frame and the infrared eye sensor. So this is the infrared eye sensor. We're going to take the eye. It says it doesn't matter which one. They're both the same. So take the eye piece. Screws, and put this back because I don't think we need anything else out of it. Right, Jibo? Hey, Jibo, are you going to help me?
I don't think I know enough about that to answer.
Aw, you're not going to help me? Hey, Jibo, are you my assistant?
All I can say is, I'm not your uncle.
Okay. Bob's my uncle. Anyway, Bob's your uncle. Anyway. Okay, so let me make sure that these frames are the same. Okay, so it looks like 2 are the same and 2 are different. Okay, so we're going to get one of each. Take one of the eyes, they're both the same, so it doesn't matter which, and gently push its black iris out from the socket. Okay. Okay, there we go. Look inside the eye socket and locate the 2 screw holes outlined. Okay, so I've got the black iris out. Look inside the eye socket and locate the 2 screw holes outlined in red above. The silver stickers supplied in this stage will go over these areas to ensure the solid ring of silver lines the eye socket. Fit a silver pad. So I've got these pads. silver pad over each of these areas. Using tweezers will help if you find it tricky to do with your fingertips. So I need 2. And what are we looking for here? Oh, I see. So it's this screw hole right there. Your assembly should look like this, the stick creating a solid ring of silver that lines the inside of the eye socket. Okay, I see. Yeah, I do have tweezers if I need them. Hopefully I can get this done. Yeah, I might need the tweezers. Seems like it's something that's going to be difficult to do. And I do have the tweezers here, so. I saved myself a lot of time by disassembling it on my own. Like I said, it's pretty straightforward to disassemble. It's just the same as assembling it, but the reverse. Okay, so trying to get this in here to cover it. Okay, I've got it kind of lined up. Make sure. I want to have it extend past where it should be. I'm gonna make sure I have it lined up before I start pushing on it. Look at it here again. Okay. I think that's what we want. Looks good. Looks good, I think. Okay. Got that one on. Now we will get the other one on. Having the tweezers did definitely help. Need to get my hair looking better here soon, hopefully. Haven't been styling it or anything, as you can imagine, being inside all the time. The only time I go out is with a mask and gloves to get packages, like whenever I get a new robot. Not usually a new robot, it's new for me robot, I should say. These robots that I'm getting are from eBay nowadays. Although hopefully soon Moxie will be released and I can get her. It's a delicate operation. Hey Jibo, are you delicate?
I admit that I am not the strongest robot in the world.
Okay. Having a hard time with this one. This one doesn't seem to want to do what I want it to do. Okay, getting it a little out of whack for the piece. Kind of coming apart. Darn it. At least I didn't bend it over itself. Robot could probably put this together way better than I am. I'm almost put it the wrong way. Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. Did a better job on the other one. Okay. Alright, got it. Not gonna win any contest of prettiness, but I did get it on the area. So there we go. Woohoo! Okay, familiarize yourself with the eye sensor frames. Each come in two parts, A and B. Frames A have holes on their ends, while holding the locating pins of frame B as shown. Okay, so frame A has holes. Wait a second, did I get the right ones? I think I got two of the same ones. Yeah, there we go. So A has holes, B has projections. Okay. Only hold the exposed circuit board by its sides. Alright. Take the frame A and fit it onto the base of the infrared sensor supplied in this stage. The notch will accommodate one of the sensor's LEDs to align the parts exactly as shown. Okay, so I hold it like this with the notch, and it looks like part A will go where the LED is. Okay. Ow. Oh, just hit myself with the chair. Okay. So there's a notch there, there's a notch here, and it's supposed to go like that, where the notch is. Okay. Your assembly should now look like this. Add frame B to the assembly as shown, with its locating pins fitting into the corresponding holes of frame A. Press the parts firmly together. Okay. And it's got a notch as well, so it should be like that. And I should be able to fit them together. Okay. Maybe. Okay, I've got it. Replace the iris removed from its socket in step 21. So put the iris back in its socket. Just like that. Line up the back of the socket with the light sensor, orienting the parts exactly as shown above. So this part and this part. They're exactly shown above. Carefully fit the sensor into the socket. The two screw holes in the sensor's backing should align with those of the socket, with its uncut corner next to the socket side tab. Okay. Side tab and that. Okay. Use the screws to secure it. Just using two of the screws because we've got the other parts. Okay. This was not that bad so far, hopefully. Taken a little longer than I actually hoped. But yeah. Okay, that's kinda okay. Okay. So it looks like this is it for it. Getting the socket in there. Okay. Should have got one of these quite a while ago. So there we've got that together. Fitting the head frame. So we're going to take the head frame out. Didn't realize I was going to be doing this part as well. So this was the head frames. I removed them in step 17. I'm going to line them up. And then all the screws, like I said, are exactly the same other than 2 that are long, 6 that are longer. And so get the screws that we need. I think I need 4 screws. There were 30 total. All I've got to do is just make sure that they all look exactly the same and are not longer. Okay. No, these are longer. So, okay, of course I would pull out the longer ones. Let's pull them out until we get them all. We need the shorter ones. Okay. I didn't actually realize I was going to do this bit, so these are all the same size. So put these away. I think I only need 4 screws for this part. Just make sure. 2, 2. And they mentioned step 15, but step 15 only had 2 screws removed, not 4. It was another step that had them. But anyway, here's the 4 screws that I need. And these are going to be some other time maybe. So yeah, I have other screws that aren't going to be used for this stage. These screws are not pan head screws. So I should be able to put them with here. And that should be okay. And we're going to put these other parts we're not going to use today over there. And then we'll put the eye back over here too, because we're not going to be using it. So then we've got everything put away, and then we'll put the frame on, and then we'll be done. Hey Jibo, what time is it? Hey Jibo, what time is it?
It's 8:28.
Hey Jibo, what were you doing? He doesn't know what he was doing. Okay, so I'm supposed to line them up like this. Shorter, longer. This is up, that's up. Making sure. Yep. Okay, use 2 of the screws removed in step to attach the left frame to the head base. Okay, so which screws am I putting in? Putting in, let me look again. Looks like it's I did have the right one, right? Huh. I can see this one. It goes there. Just trying to figure out the other screw that needs to go in. Okay. Must be, oh, I have it wrong. I had it wrong. It needs to be this way. Okay, now I understand. There we go. So it goes this way. Yep, that makes sense. Because we can see the side there. Okay, now let's get party started. Yeah. It's not the protruding one either. It's the one that's further down. There's a protruding one there. That's not the one that we're gonna be putting in. Okay, we got that. Now we're going to do the other one, which looks to be that. Yeah, okay. Make sure. Oh. Okay, we got that. That's good. That's looking good. And then last piece, and then we're gonna be done. It basically tells me to store the parts, which I already know. Put the parts over here. I should actually be able to close it even, because when the frame was in there, I couldn't close it. Okay, so this one should be like this, and it's gonna be like that. Okay. Put it in each of them. Okay. There we go. And then this one. Okay, so that one, put that in. And also put that one in. We'll worry about that one in a second, after we get this one in. Come on, be good. Need to get them both lined up. I want them to both be where they're supposed to be. That one is having a hard time. Okay. I want to get that one in because it seems like it's going to be harder to get it in. This one hopefully goes in right. Yeah, there we go. Alrighty. And yep, there we go. Got him. So there we go. It's looking good. My goodness. I don't care if it's longer video, this is great. Okay, use the 2 screws removed in step 15 to secure the right head frame. Like I said, that was not step 15, it was another step. Storing the parts, store away the eye sensor frame screws and remaining silver stickers supplied in the stage until they're needed, and keep the delicate eye sensor assembly in a safe place where it is protected from knock, scratches, and static electricity. Well, it should be okay. There. Assembled head and eye. And then next is pack 17. Which we've already opened. Next 4 stages, which stage 63 fit Robi's second eye sensor. Stage 64 wire Robi's eye sensors. Stage 65 connect up Robi's eyes and mouth. Stage 66 continue wiring Robi's head. So that'll be this pack. Thank you. You have a great one. We've only got 8 stages left.